Ladies and gentlemen, there's what they call a hyper contagious stomach virus that's spreading across the Northeast. It is to the point where schools had to be closed recently because of this. Now, there are some people that are saying they believe the migrants brought this here. Now, I'm not 100% sure about that, but let's get into this story. Violent diarrhea induced stomach bug spreads in the Northeast, incredibly contagious. So there is what they call a norovirus. A hypercontagious stomach bug is sweeping across the Northeast, causing schools to close and citizens to suffer from violent diarrhea and other alarming symptoms. It is incredibly contagious. Dr. Alfred Sacchetti of Our Ladies of Lourdes Hospital in Camden, New Jersey, told ABC News. One particle of the norovirus that you ingest will get you sick. Recent data from the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention shows that the Northeast, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York has the highest positivity rate for this hyper contagious virus. Okay, so according to recent reports, they're saying 14% of the swab tests are coming back positive for this gastrointestinal ailment from the beginning of February. It was up around 12% 2 weeks later and another 4%. So it's going up every single week. So the youngest that they have seen is 2 years old. That was going, a 2 year old that was going to daycare was having symptoms. And it's not just portions of the mid Atlantic region that have been plagued. So they're saying this norovirus is also on the rise nationwide. 12% of the tests are returning back positive, marking a 3% increase. Now, it was first noticed in November, and it's been going strong ever since in this region. But yeah, I can't see it just staying in the Northeast, not the way people move and travel around. It would definitely have to go beyond just this area. Unfortunately, the stomach bug, of which there are multiple varieties, is reportedly the leading cause of acute gastrointestinal issues in the US, resulting in 19 to 21 million cases every year, according to the Center for Disease Control. Cases generally spike between February and March when people are more likely to be indoors and therefore in close proximity to each other. The ones that suffer commonly contact the virus by ingesting contaminated foods and liquids, touching tainted surfaces, interacting with people infected with the virus. According to the Center for Disease Control, people who get it from other people generally do so by caring for them. So it may be somebody that you take care of. And they said another reason they're noticing people sharing food utensils, eating from the same fork or knife, or spoon, or eating food handled by somebody that's infected. One infected patient can experience a host of alarming symptoms ranging from violent diarrhea, stomach pain, vomiting, which can cause significant fluid loss, and eventually dehydration. Now, what I wanted to know in the very beginning, how long does this last? So they said the symptoms can begin as early as 12 to 48 hours after you've been exposed to someone with it, and it can actually go on for 3 days. Wow. A norovirus is insidious because of how easily it spreads from person to person. It only takes a few particles, so it sounds like it's airborne too, to make someone sick, while often remains contagious for weeks. So even after the symptoms are gone, the person with it can be contagious for weeks. Wow. Children are especially likely to get it. Now, they're saying here anybody can get it, but I can kind of understand if there's like 20 to 30 students in a class, they're pretty much closed in all day around each other. I can see how schools and daycare centers, they said, have been ravished in the Northeast, where they had to close daycare centers and several schools because of it. Earlier this month, Irving Primary School in Middlesex County, New Jersey, had to close due to an outbreak at that school. It has since reopened, undergoing deep cleaning. Fortunately, people are going to have to just be mindful, washing typical stuff, wash your hands, wash any fruits or vegetables that you plan on cooking. And they're saying that right now, this is what they're seeing, even more than the C-19, y'all, in this region. So they're just going over hand sanitizers that can keep the virus down from spreading. It's telling people to use hand sanitizer. Meanwhile, those infected with the norovirus are advised to stay home and avoid preparing food for others while sick. And they should drink plenty of fluids to replace fluid loss from vomiting and diarrhea. And that will help starve dehydration. Boy, I sure don't want this thing. And I pray none of my brothers and sisters get it. That sounds awful. And I really feel sorry for the children that are getting it, because they're saying they see it in, adults, but because, these kids, they're in school for like 6 hours, and yeah, they're going to get it, especially if they're in a class. Even if you're in a class with just 10 people, you can still get it. All it takes is one person sending their child to school sick. And unfortunately, in America, a lot of people do that. But please tell me what you think about this video. Stay safe out here, for real. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.